Can't miss that Shiri Appleby talk. There was too much good stuff in there. All right, and now I'm gonna wait until we get Mr. Jason Behr in here. I don't know why my phone was just not liking me. It's gonna be fine, guys. It's gonna be fine. We're gonna recover. I'm gonna find Jason Behr in the universe. It's gonna happen. Let's see. I'm straight sweating. All right. We've got this. We've got this. Okay. We're going to get Jason in a sec. It's going to be delightful. Jason's back. Tell a friend. Ain't that the truth? Let's see. Oh, I found him. Oh, hold on. Hold on. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? This is not letting me. Guys, don't worry. I'm not going to be chipping us time with Mr. Jason. I promise you. All right. We did it!
Hey! There she
Hi,
is.
my friend.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I was talking to your girl Shiri, and I was like, okay, hold on. This thing is looking like it's gonna haywire, so I had to save it. So thank you for bearing with me. But
Oh,
now
my pleasure. I think you might have broken Instagram. You've been on this all day. All day.
That is all you guys. Listen, no one's here to talk to Blamis. They just want to hear from you. Let's be real.
and my beard.
And your quarantine beard.
God, it's like my quarantine Wolverine.
Oh my God. How are you? How's the fam? How's your lady?
I'm good. We're good. We're hanging in there. The whole homeschooling thing is not a joke. It's like the teachers, we have such respect, mad respect for teachers and appreciation for them. So, Atticus is 6 years old and he's just trying to like deal with this, like anybody else. And, school is just, a lot of times just playing, jumping on the trampoline, going for bike rides, going outside. How about you?
That's amazing. I'm in Miami with family, which was really awesome. But I just keep talking to friends who have kids, and I'm just like, what do you need? How can I support you? What can I send you? A bottle of what? Because I mean, it's a lot, man. It's a lot. And, everybody is doing the full-time thing of taking care of themselves, but also taking care of the kiddos. And, that's a lot. So I agree with you. I hope if anything, we leave this just being like an immense amount of gratitude for teachers and caretakers and stuff. Because dear Lord, kids
it's a lot. It's a lot.
I know I wasn't.
My mother keeps saying, I told you someday you're going to have a child just like you.
Isn't that just?
Yeah.
I always say that. My older sister, my niece Quinn is turned 1 yesterday. I remember showing you pictures of her. That's right.
Yeah.
She's 1 now. Turned 1 yesterday. And my sister was, I say I'm straight and narrow because, my older sister was such a mess that she was like tired of it by the time she turned 18. So she was like, just don't do any of that. And now we're watching Quinn going like, all right, let's see how this plays out.
Oh my God. And it goes by like that. It really does.
Oh man. That's so cool. Okay. I have so many questions for you. People were just like so excited that you jumped on for this. Right. I mean, I love it. So, okay, I'm just going to jump in because there's so much. Okay. So the first thing is, how did it feel to be playing not an alien in Roswell, New Mexico? And also, second part, how did it feel to be playing a military man? Military.
It was a little bit strange, to be honest. I mean, when Karina first brought this to my attention, you know, she told me what her ideas were, and she didn't want to have anything to do, didn't want it to be the same character, didn't want to retread anything like that, and it's 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 a little bit strange because you know from what we did before, you know, it was all about trying to hide and run and you know, pro alien, and now this guy's on the other side of it. So, but
Totally.
it was fun. It felt kind of like old hat doing like doing a lot of night shoots right away. We kind of went right
Yeah,
into night shoots, like weeks of night shoots. But yeah.
that's amazing. Someone just commented, we've been waiting for Jason's presence on social media since the early 2000s. That killed me. Love that. Love that. Okay,
When
so
social media was like a couple of courier pigeons, right?
exactly right. Okay, so in this same vein, how did it feel to be back on Roswell?
um, you know, I guess the best word for that would be surreal. It was, you know, it felt like a sort of like, you know, bizarre sort of alternate universe homecoming, if you will, because
Yeah.
you know, they brought me around to the sets. I went to the new Crashdown. A lot of people that worked on our show work on this show. Um, Andrea Fetterman was the costume designer for us, who was one
Yes.
of the first people I met, you know, over there. And Ryan Statz was the stunt coordinator for. He's actually my stunt double on the original. It was really surreal to kind of like go through the stages and see what your versions of the Crashdown is, and the you know, the different rooms. But it did feel kind of like a homecoming as well.
I love that.
A lot of
It's
familiar faces.
it's just so cool how that worked out. How we have so many crossover, like
Yeah, yeah,
integral character, like positions on our crew as well.
yeah.
And such a cool thing, man. Like that's so rad. You got to do that. Like you're getting to do that. That this is. I was talking to Shiri about how it's like such a beautiful little gift, to see something through in this way. And um, there's just so much love for you guys. I love getting to be a part of watching how much they adore you guys, and rightfully so.
Well, I got to say, like being able to come back to a certain kind of story or idea 20 years later, I don't really know that's been done before. So it's been really special for us as well.
That's wonderful. So what was it like to be reunited with Shiri and have her directing you for episode 204 this season? What was that like?
Golly, I mean, you know, Shiri and I, it's like 20 years coming. Like, you know, she and I have kept in contact. A lot of us have,
Mm-hmm.
and our kids play together. And you know, having her on set was, you know, she had been there for, you know, the one episode last year, and so she knew everybody. She knew everybody a lot more than I did. And she was well prepared, and she knew her shit. She was on top of it, but it felt like I kept on wanting to, like, you know, when they called us back to the cameras, I was like, so you're here and I'm, oh wait, no, you're behind the camera. That's right. That's what's happening.
Yeah,
So
that's
yeah,
amazing.
it took a little getting used to, because I kept on wanting to, like, you know, kind of be romantic with her or something. But yeah,
Yeah,
it was.
you're like wanting to rehearse with her.
Yeah. We just felt like, aren't we supposed to be like, you know? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, where's your costume, Shiri? You're late.
Right. In that same way, though, like it must have been kind of strange for you, or a little surreal for you to have her come on board and direct. I mean, she's done 2 episodes now, right?
2 episodes, and I always say like I would be happy for her to do just if we were a show that did block shooting with directors, or block directing where we have like one
Right.
director do 4 episodes or whatnot. I would love that. Yeah, I mean, I was telling her before in the live because I don't think I had ever told her how much of a fan I was of hers before. I generally, when I meet you very fancy and famous people, I like to be super cool and not mention my fangirlingness off the top. So God, she's such a powerhouse, man. She's so damn good, like really damn good. So it was definitely intimidating to think like, well, what can I do with this lady after she's been in such great hands? But honestly overwhelmed by how cool of an experience this is for all of us to get to be a part of, and how special it is, just, and how loved it is by so many people. So I was like, yeah, let's just go in, let's do it, you know.
And then, so I'm also curious because I mean, I'm sure you've been asked this 1,000 times, but when you are coming in and doing a character that has been done before, I know they're different age. You know, yours is in her 30s, but how was that
Yeah.
for you to prepare for something like that? Did you take stuff that she did and thought, oh, I could maybe use something like that or go in that direction, or did you just make? I'm sure you wanted to make Liz entirely your own.
Mm-hmm. I mean, I definitely, she felt, exactly, she felt like a different character to begin with, because she's a different place in her life, very different, you know, backgrounds.
Yeah.
The different time too, and that our show happens in present day as well, you know. So all of that informed a different kind of person. And I mean, even right now, I'm like, woman. It's like Liz is definitely a woman off the top of the show already. Liz Arteco, I should say. But I still, like, I'm just a fangirl as well. So I loved watching you guys and watching your show and binging it all before we started, and going like, what fun things could we pull here that'll just be fun for fans, and will just root this show and so many of the reasons why it's loved so deeply. So a little bit of both, I'd say, for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Okay,
love what you've done with it, though. I think what you've done with Liz is just amazing and beautiful, and I love watching you work.
Thank you. You're so sweet. You always have been. Since day one, this man has just been so good to me. I'm so grateful for you, Jason. You're the best. Okay, so more questions. So actually, you know what? I'm gonna ask you a question, and then we can parlay it into the convo I told you I wanted us to have today. The question is, if you could recruit another OG cast member to guest star, who would it be? And what do I need to do for you to make it Colin Hanks? I love him.
He's easy to love. I gotta say, I mean, he's such a wonderful person. God, when he left the show, we were all just broken up about it. Like, he was such a part of the family, and yeah, we were all pretty busted about that. He's a great guy. He's
Right.
you know, I imagine if you ask Colin if he can wear some of his Hank's kerchiefs on the show, I think he would be very, very excited about that.
All right, done. I'm giving myself full license now. If I ever run into him at, like, you know, Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, I'm gonna be like, I know Jason. This isn't weird now. Okay, and then what about the differences? Like, what do you feel for yourself, like the difference between filming the show in New Mexico now versus the original show and shooting in California? And how does that help your performance? And if so, how?
Let's see. You know, shooting a show in Los Angeles is kind of a rare thing these days. Where we shot in Paramount, and so there's this little place called Larchmont Village that's not too far away. So at lunch, we would all get on our set bikes and we'd, you know, bike down to Larchmont Village and like have lunch and hang out for a bit, and then, you know, if we could hang out a little bit longer, so when I had to go to work, we'd go back. It was really, really nice. But being in Los Angeles, there can be distractions because there's always something to do. In Santa Fe, you know, it's an amazing town. It's a really, really beautiful, but not a very wild town. So, you know, totally. We would go hang out sometimes to go do karaoke and you know, do some of those things. But it wasn't like it went far beyond like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
So to be away from, you know, my wife and my son, there was a lot of downtime. So it was, you know, I got to explore Santa Fe and walk around a little bit, but there was a lot of downtime. Yeah. So yeah, I guess that's the biggest difference between Santa Fe and Los Angeles.
I love that you guys. I love Paramount. That's my favorite lot. It's
so cool. Mine too.
Oh,
I mean, like we shot on. There's so much history. The thing about Paramount is that they kind of put up on their placards what shot there. And we were on the Godfather stages. We were one of our stages was where they did the old Lucy and Desi show, which actually had like yeah, right, like the history. I love you. the history in this in at Paramount is just amazing. So we were very, very fortunate to be there.
And that's so cool. I love the idea of just like being in a coffee shop at Larchmont and seeing like the cast of Roswell biking by.
Ding ding. Yeah.
That's amazing. So what other cast members do you, I feel like I see you guys like keep in contact. All of you do. I know I ran into Brandon because he lives in Albuquerque.
Yeah, yeah.
And I know you guys hung out a bit, right, while you were there, which is awesome. But yeah, who do you keep in contact with?
You know, we all kind of keep in contact, you know, sometimes we run into some other people like Colin. I don't see as often as I'd like to. I run into him here and there. But like we all keep in contact. And like recently, like me and Brendan and Mahendra and Nick have been doing Zoom meetings. And the thing that what's great about that is that you're reminded of how much fun that you have with these people and how much you really like. I have big love for these guys, and you know, it's been 20 odd years, and we have this incredible experience that we had together, and that the fact that we all still really love each other is pretty amazing. And I mean, like, my face hurts so badly after I talk with these guys. Like, and my wife's like, "Are you done yet? Are you done yet?" I'm getting texts like, "Can you please come down and make dinner?" And but it's like, it's a really wonderful reminder of like how much fun we all had together in this experience, just laughing our asses off.
Oh, that makes me so happy. You know, it feels like what we do that's so cool is it's playtime. It's actual playtime. Like, when you're a kid with your group of actors and, you know, your directors and everybody who gets to be, you know, present for this like very open, vulnerable, creative period you get to spend together. So that you guys like can tap into that and have that to return to. It's like, oh, that's what I love about this gig, you know?
It's amazing. It's amazing. And you know, like, you're all in it together, and you're all as good as your weakest link. And as you guys just keep doing the work that you're doing, it's gonna, you know, it doesn't seem like it's work really when you're having fun. When you're doing something that you love and you're having fun, it's not really work. You're just, as you say, creating.
Yeah. Absolutely. Lily is in here, by the way, and she said, "Quarantine beard on fleek." Lily's comments all day have been
on fleek. I know. I feel like I should be doing like a one-man reading of Jeremiah Johnson or The Revenant.
I love that.
This is getting pretty bad. I'm not sure if I should. I mean, we could ask. I'm sure people have an opinion as to whether or not I should keep it or just let it walk away.
Guys, no, I'm going to start a poll after this. It's going to be great.
It is getting hot in Los Angeles, so I'm not sure how long this is going to stay.
Trevino had a full handle mustache.
I saw that. I also think that maybe I can go over to Vlamis's house and use his axe to help him chop wood. I feel this is appropriate.
Can we just talk about Vlamis? I didn't even know what to label that live. I was like, with Vlamis and Tyler and all of the creatures that live in Vlamis's backyard.
Right. Right. We just randomly show up. I mean, that is like, it's a frat house that I kind of want to be at for just a little while.
Oh my God.
And then I can come home.
We'll do, once, you know, we're all home, we're all released from our homes and safe, we'll do a watch party at Vlamis's, because it is a frat house.
Karina has been telling me about that from the moment I met her, that we will be going to Vlamis's house for one of these viewings, and hopefully.
I know. It sucks that we're not getting to watch it together, but you know, we can figure out we should figure out something. Maybe we do like a Zoom, all of us, to watch.
We should. It'll be like madness. But like the next one that I'm in is directed by the amazing Aisha Tyler, which is coming up in tonight's 207, correct?
Tonight is 207.
Yeah. So then 209 is the next one that I'm in. Maybe we can do some kind of like Zoom or viewing party with that. I'm
so down. I truly like this was even born out of just being like, you know, everybody is looking forward to Mondays and to hanging out with them. So what's a way we could do something to engage everyone? And when my cohorts and I were like, maybe we do some lives with people. And then I had no idea we could organize so we could do a day.
I'm so surprised. I do you have anything to drink? Do you have wine or something? Because I feel like
I'm going to transfer into wine in a second.
I
Feel
brought
great.
this for you just in case you wanted to toast, because I believe truly within my heart that you deserve it. You've been doing this all day long, and I can't believe.
I love you so much.
I brought my little Roswell, New Mexico glass to sip
my
out
God.
of.
That's from our set deck crew.
Yeah.
Those guys. I mean, that's some good tequila too.
Oh yeah, I mean,
that's how you know you spend half the year in the desert.
Yeah,
we know our tequila. We know our tequila.
Normally it's just this and a curly straw, but I figured I'd use the set glass for you.
Okay, I want to do one more question before we have to go, which is, oh my gosh, wait, hold on. Come say hi. Come say hi. She's camera shy. My mom just brought me some reinforcements.
All right, here we go.
All right, here we go. If only we had curly straws, but you know.
I know. I have one around here somewhere. Wait, this is my friend. Let's do this.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh.
Roswell, New Mexico.
So
I love how Mondays are always Roswell. Someone sent me something recently about in the WB back in the day. We were also on Mondays.
I love that. I saw that recently too. Fans were like putting that together.
Yeah.
I love that. That's so cool.
So I have one more question for you. You mentioned Colin. You wanted Colin to be on the show. Is there anybody else that you would try to recruit?
I love Mahandra. I thought she was so gorgeous on the original series. It just her her affect, just the way she is. There's something about her energy I really loved on the show. And she's Latina, which automatically makes me love you just a little more and curious and want to chat. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'd love to meet her, work with her for sure. So hey, what about you? Would you work with your wife? I got that question quite a bit.
I would love to work with my wife anywhere, anyhow. You know, you do see a lot of people, like couples, like when they end up working together, there's not a lot of chemistry sometimes, and you wonder like why that is. I think that me and her on screen would be amazing. It just depends on what it is. It has to be something that feels right.
I'm the biggest fan of your wife. She's incredible.
Yeah, she is. She's not just an amazing actress, but she's an amazing human being and an incredible mother. So yeah, I really love that.
That's so awesome. Okay, we're gonna close it out with one last question for Jason, which is, okay. Oh my God, there's so many. All right, I'm just gonna go with. All right, well, I'm gonna go with one that I asked Shiri as well, which is, what is your favorite collaboration on set? And this could be either historically or on the day. Like Shiri loves working with her DPs, you know? Was there an actor on set? I know you worked with Kayla. You know, was there a collaboration on set that you had a really great time with? Tell me.
I will go with Kayla, because Kayla, I mean, she's such a trooper. She had just had Poppy. She had just had Poppy just a few weeks before. It was amazing. And then we're out there and it's like, 20 degrees in the middle of the night. And she's, I'm dragging her around and I'm like, are you okay? Are you okay? She's like, no, I'm fine. It's fine. It's fine. Like she was like very much, she's the kind of actor who doesn't hold back. She's just like, you can just drag, do whatever you need to do. It's fine. And, that's the kind of things I'm talking about when you're working with people who love what they do, and they give 110%, and if everybody's doing that, like, you just make it next level stuff. And that's what I felt like working with her.
I think that's what we do. That's what we do on our show.
Yeah,
Everybody just wants to step it up. And it's the most beautiful thing ever to walk on a set and everybody's like, okay, let's throw down.
And I'll say this too, because the crew was so welcoming with me and so amazing, and especially in this time, like this, like the crews are like, like everybody else, they're out of work. It's like, and I'm just really looking forward to them going back. I know Karina started selling these T-shirts to kind of help out the crew, and I got mine on the way. But like they're such an exceptional part of an important part of making art like that, because if they're not on it, it holds up stuff. If they're not doing their highest and best, it holds up stuff. And not just the fact that they're an amazing crew, but they're really wonderful people.
Oh yeah.
On and off set, like karaoke aside, but like
Yes.
like they were just wonderful to be around on set with. Like
Yes.
Joaquin, I heard you talking about Joaquin earlier. He's
Oh
was
yeah.
amazing. He's lovely. Like everybody on set, from top to bottom, just a wonderful experience.
Oh man, I know they're all swooning right now because let me tell you, if I know one thing for certain, it's that when you got to set, there were a lot of giggling side conversations happening. Everyone was very excited for your arrival. So,
Well,
on behalf of the crew, team,
yeah,
all right, it was so lovely speaking to you, my friend.
lovely to see you too.
Let's do something then for your episode. I am so down.
Great, sounds
Do
wonderful.
something and give my love to your whole fam.
I will.
Cheers.
Right back at
Cheers,
you.
my friend.
All right. Cheers.
Bye. Oh my god, that man's a dream. Okay, let's see if my Max is in here.